Hello, everybody. Bill Thornton, SoCal Saber here. We are live on this Saturday, August 31st. This is something that I've wanted to do this whole year, but I haven't been able to do it. Is on the last day of the month is to do a live of my streaming or spinning one, which we'll do two parts today. We're going to do what did I listen to this week, and then we're going to do a quick wrap up of the month where I will highlight the ones that I like the most each week, not by the month, but by each week. So if you have any comments, just go right ahead. I'll try to keep an eye on the comments chat too, if anybody shows up. If not, later on, if you're watching it later, put some comments down there. But before we get started, hit that like button down there. And if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to the channel. It helps the channel grow. Then the comments, it's hard. So we're going to get started this week. I have some albums that are new to my collection. I have some albums that are upgrades for my collection, and then I have some albums and CDs that were already in my collection. So we got a mixture. The first one I listened to this week was Rover's Return by John Waite. I have no solo stuff in my collection from John. This is a 1987. This one is in really good shape. It's just got a little bit of a cut right here on there, but the vinyl's in real great. This is fourth studio album from the English musician. It reached number 77 on the U.S. Billboard charts and remained in the charts for 12 weeks. Okay. So this was a really good album. I am glad I liked it, and I got it into the collection, and I got it on a whatnot. But look how good this thing is, how good this is. Other than that cut, how good the album is. Do we have an inner? We do have an inner. Very good shape. VG plus shape, almost near mint. Okay, and then as far as the album goes, let's take a look at it. It's on the gray EMI label. As you can look at the vinyl, you can see that. I'm trying to get it so you can see the vinyl better. But you can see just for a little bit. Really, really nice shape. No scratches, no feelers. Not even any paper scuffs on it. So I was very happy with this one. So that was Rover's Return by John Waite in 1987. Do you have any John Waite stuff in your collections? So the next thing I picked up on Whatnot, this artist isn't new to my collection, but this album is. And this is Swimming by Mac Miller. This is a 2020. It was the fifth studio album by the American rapper. It was released on August 3rd, 2018. And Miller died a month later on September 7th, 2018. Making Swimming his final album. Debuted at number 3 on the U.S. Billboard 200, and it was nominated for the Best Rap Album at the 2019 Grammys. Yes, you guys know that have been watching me for a while that there are a couple. I like Eminem, and I do like Mac Miller. I've only come upon Mac Miller probably like in the last 4 years, and what I really like about him is not only his rap, but the music that he puts behind his lyrics is really kind of nice. It's really nice. Got a nice inner. This is a 2 LP. I think this is my third album by Mac Miller in the collection. And I've liked all three of them. I got this on Whatnot in very, very good shape. Show you the labels. It is a double. I'll just show you one of them, though. And then it's like blank gray labels. Look at that vinyl. No scratches, No scuff marks again on this one. If you have never listened to Mac Miller, you want to give them a try, check out one of your streaming services. I'm sure they carry them. You check them out, see whether you like them or not. And that was Swimming by Mac Miller, its fifth studio album in 2020. Now, I got this on sale from the In Groove in Phoenix. They had it really marked down really well. And I don't know why. What was going on with me in the early 80s as far as new wave and that? But this album is the first one that I've ever bought by this group. And this is Echo and the Bunnymen. This is Porcupine. This is the 2021 reissue of the 83 album, which was the third album by the English post-punk band. It became the band's highest charting release when it reached number 2 on the UK albums chart, despite initially receiving poor reviews. It also reached number 137 on the American 200. It includes the singles The Back of Love and The Cutter. Now, I really like this. So is that going to make me want to go buy more Echo and the Bunnymen? Maybe. I don't know. I'll have to try to control myself. This is remastered in 180 gram heavyweight vinyl on that sticker right there. I have it inside of a protective sleeve. This is the original Shrink. I'm still having mental issues with about keeping them in Shrink, even though the Shrink is open. Because I've seen a couple people that says this will still warp because, yeah, it won't relieve a little pressure that way, but it won't relieve pressure this way. Any of you people out there know about that? Are schooled in that? Let me know what you think about that. Have a nice inner on here. Any people out there like Echo and the Bunnymen? Bunnymen? Let me know. If you do you have this album, or what albums may you have by them? Yeah, this is a real thick album. It's a heavyweight baby. And you can see it's in great shape, but that's what you expect when you buy something brand new. I will say that the In Groove in Phoenix does a really nice job of packing albums for shipment to help them prevent them from being damaged. So that was Porcupine by Echo and the Bunnymen, the 2021 reissue of the 1983 album. First time I ever maybe even heard Echo and the Bunnymen. What was going on with me in 1983? I was still in the Air Force. I was out on the base. I don't know. Crazy. Now, the next thing I'm bringing in is an upgrade. This is an accidental upgrade also, by the way. But as it turned out, it's a nice upgrade. This is White City by Pete Townshend. This is in excellent shape. Got it on Whatnot. Look at this cover. It is great. Yes, White City. This is 1985. This was the fifth solo album by the English rock musician and peaked at number 70 on the UK charts and number 26 on the US Billboard. It also reached the top 20 in 5 other countries. The title refers to a story called A Novel in the album that accompanies that, which takes place in a low-income housing estate in the West London district of White City, where Pete Townshend grew up. The story tells the cultural conflict, racial tension, and youthful hopes and dreams of the 60s. Well, anyway, I had this album already for a long time in my collection, but not here in as good a shape as this one is. Oh, let me see if there's an inner in this one. Don't want to skip those. Got some sort of inner in here. What we got? Yep. Got a picture. Got some lyrics. And then the album itself on Atco label. And again, in really, really good shape. Not even a single paper scuff on this. So I've been having a good run this week as far as that. So that was White City, the 1985 album from Pete Townshend, which is an upgrade for my collection. So then we went to CDs for the week. The first one we pulled out was, I pulled them out that are already in there, and I'm just pulling them out in order for the most part, is number 20. It's called Timepieces, the best of Eric Clapton. This is 1982 album. It's been reissued several times and has been awarded certification to several Billboard. Now, reportedly, don't take this but to the gospel, that this album has sold more than 13 million copies. It's got I Got Shot This Year, After Midnight, Knocking on Heaven's Door, Wonderful Tonight, Layla, Cocaine, Lay Down Sally. No, really good sounding thing there, folks. And there's just a little booklet in this one. Everybody knows that for solo artists, Eric Clapton ranks up there in my favorites. Where he is on it, I don't know, but I would probably say that I'll be liberal on this one. I'll say top 10. One of my favorite guitarists too. May not be the best guitarist in the world, but he's pretty good, and I enjoyed him. So that was Timepieces, the best of Eric Clapton from 1982. And the second CD, number 21 this week, was Repeat Offender, a 1989 album by Richard Marx. This was his second studio album by the singer-songwriter, and it reached number 1 on the Billboard Pop Albums chart. It was certified 4 times platinum in the U.S. due to 5 major singles on it. The Billboard charts, including 2 number 1 hits, Satisfied and the platinum certified Right Here Waiting. I don't know what I was thinking when I pulled this one out. Well, when I first pulled it out, I was thinking that this was going to be more of a softer album by like a Chris Isaak, because I couldn't remember this album at all, but it wasn't. It was all medium. It was all rock, not hard rock, but medium, soft rock. Pretty good album. And apparently, a lot of other people liked it too. There's a booklet in there. This looks like lyrics. This is lyrics. More. This should be lyrics and credits. So any guys out of, do any people have any of these CDs or the albums I've been talking about? Richard Marx. Okay, then the last album of the month, of the week, was number 31. Well, let me see. Yes, number 31 in my collection for a long time. Been in my. This is a 1975 album, so we're talking about 49 years old. And you'll be able to tell it's been shipped around the world. Look at the ringware up here. Shipped around the world. Played a lot. Packaged with a lot of other things. Got tape on the back. So this was a not very good shape as far as the cover goes. I don't think there's an inner in this one. There is not an inner in this one. This is MU, the best of Jethro Tull from 1975. And it's the first proper greatest hits album by Jethro Tull. Spans the years 69 to 75. MU in the album title stood for Musicians Union, which is probably a reference to the various musicians from different lineups of the band appearing throughout the album. It was later re-released as The Essential in 2003 with actually exactly the same song order, but a different album cover. White and black albums have a tendency to get the ringware going early in them anyway, but 49 years. Okay, how did it play? All right. I wasn't real happy with the play on it. I targeted for another cleaning, deep cleaning. And I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not. There's some hairline scratches on it. I'm trying to see. And some scuffing. You can't see them very well here, but I can see them very easily here. And so there's more popping in there that I wanted. So I'm going to give this another deep clean in my spin clean machine. And then I'm going to target it for an upgrade. I liked all the music on it. Okay. You couldn't go wrong by that. Let me see if I can even read some of the stuff on here. Okay, we have Teacher, Aqualung, Thick as a Brick, Jungle in the Bongo, Bungle in the Jungle, Locomotive Breath, Fat Man, Living in the Past. A lot of great tunes on here, but not in that good a shape. This is probably the lowest shape in my personal collection that I remember so far going through it. Number 31, but I'm sure, knowing me, back in the 70s and the 80s in Europe and then back up in George Air Force Base, this probably got a lot of play from me. And, you can't tell with the parties and so forth how the handling goes and everything. So that's what I listened to this week. It was a good collection in that. So now we're going to do something different that I wanted to do all year. It's the last day of the month. We're live. I'm going to be doing a wrap up of the month and telling you which songs I like the most by each week. And so let me get something going here so I can share a screen with you. There you go. All right. I'm going to go through real quickly what I listen to each week. And then at the end of the week, I will tell you which ones that I enjoyed the most. Let me know what you think. If you like of what my thoughts were. This isn't the most of the month. It's by each week. Then each week, the winners at the end of the year, I'm going to have a big monsters thing to do. Or anyway, started off with a game a album that I won free on Whatnot. Feeling Good, an instrumental by Xavier Cugat and his orchestra. Then I went to a Japanese release of David Lee Roth. It was an EP, a 1985 release. Then went to the album It's Hard by The Who, 2022 record store reissue of the 82 album. Then I listened to Under a Raging Moon by Roger Daltrey from 85. Never a Dull Movement by Rod Stewart in 72. Cycles by the Doobie Brothers. That was a CD. And I listened to this from 1989. The Raw and the Cook. Oh boy, and I left off the the name of the Oh, the group. I'm sorry about that. And then Joy to the World, Three Dog Night, 74 compilation. All right, so out of those ones, in week one, I liked Roger Daltrey's Raging on the Moon and Ron the Cook by the Fine Young Cannibals. There he goes. I saved myself right there. Those were the two that I enjoyed the most that week. Do you agree? Disagree? What would you have enjoyed if you were watching? Okay, here we go. We're going into week two now. There's more in this month because there was July and August that are in the first week. I listened to The Firm. That was the Paul Rogers and Jimmy Page super band that was put together, and two other guys. They never performed together. State of Confusion by the Kinks, the Japanese release in 1983, their 20th studio album. Vagabonds, Virgins, and Misfits by Mike Campbell and the Dirty Knobs. The 2024 release is their third album. I really enjoyed that. If you're missing some of your Tom Petty sounds in that, check these guys out. Naturally by Three Dog Night from 1970, their fifth album. Richie Blackmore's Rainbow CD, originally 1975. Greatest Hits Fleetwood Mac CD from 1988. And the Greatest Hits by Helen Reddy from 1975. And the ones that I liked the most this week were Vagabonds, Virgins, and Misfits by Mike Campbell and the Dirty Knobs and Richie Blackmore's Rainbow. Both very good. Check them out. Yeah, if you're watching this or later, the super chats are open and channel membership is available if you choose to do so. We're going into week three during the month. Listen to Riptide by Robert Palmer from 1985, his 8th studio album. Abandoned Luncheonette, Hall & Oates issue, 1977, reissue of the 73 album, their second studio album. Closing Time by Tom Watts. This was the 2023 50th anniversary limited edition of the 73 release. Vulgar Display of Power Pantera, 2021, reissue of the 92 release. All the Best of Paul McCartney, 1987, 17 CDs with 17 good songs on it. The End of the Innocents by Don Henley, 1989, the third solo album by Henley. And the Best of Bread, Volume 2. And the ones I liked the most were Closing Time by Tom Waits and The End of the Innocents by Don Henley. Okay, here we go. I'm going into week 4. I listened to What If by Tommy Shaw. Second solo release. Every Picture Tells a Story, Rod Stewart, 1971. Candy-O, the Cars 2024 reissue of their 79 album. 16 Greatest Hits by Steppenwolf from 73. Every Good Boy Deserves Favor, the Moody Blues, a 1981 Japanese reissue of the 72 album. Green by REM, 88 CD, their 6th studio album. Jefferson Airplane, 1989, the 8th and final studio album from Jefferson Airplane. And Photographs and Memories, Jim Croce, 1974, the first Greatest Hits album by the singer-songwriter after he passed away. And the ones that I enjoyed the most, I enjoyed most of them, were Candy-O by the Cars, Photographs and Memories by Jim Croce. This is the only week I put an honorable mention in there. Everybody knows I'm a big Jefferson Airplane fan, but that album was really good. And I debated, should I put it up there and not put Photographs and Memories? But I said, no, Photographs and Memories took me back in time. That was pretty cool. And then this week, which we just reviewed earlier, Rover's Return, Swimming by Mac Miller, Porcupine, Echo and the Bunnymen, White City by Pete Townsend, Timepieces, Eric Clapton, Repeat Offender by Richard Marx, and The Best of Jethro Tull. And the winners this week were Porcupine by Echo and the Bunnymen and White City by Pete Townsend. So that was it for this month. I hope you all enjoyed this. Please don't forget to hit that like button, put some comments down there, and subscribe if you haven't done so yet. And I want to try to keep this on track for it being the last day of the month to be able to do this for the month and give you my favorites. So this is SoCal Saber saying, take care of yourselves out there. Be kind to each other and stay safe.